Asalaamu calaykum waraxmatullaahi wabarakaatu walaalayaal waa walaalkiina mumani janaalka cripto kutaajir kusoo dhawaada qaybtaneeto waxyar waxaan ila taabsiir rabaa inaan ila qaybsado wixii la yiraahdo accumulation distribution iyo capitulation in regards to volume all of these hadeertaan meeshaan ujeetiin accumulation distribution capitulation waxaan ka hadlayaa dhinaca volumeka qaybtan waa qaybtii ugu dambeysay volume price analysis inshallah there's a huge book rabtid haddii aad jeclaan lahayd inaad sii baratid it has an entire book volume price analysis ku xisaabsan volume price analysis with chart price analysis and fib analysis around the baalki la yiraahdo volumeka however aniga kasta yariisa meeshaan naga tusiraba already halihii aad muhiimadii waa soo aragnay which is increase in volume should also increase the price action kaneeto sida meeshaan camal ethereum hadda example aan u fiirinoona you have an increase in volume you have an increase in price action you also have a decrease in volume so you should also have an increase in volume uh, decrease in price waa la gadooyaa volumekaada also waa inuu kor u kacaa so macnaheedu waxaa waaye sellkaneeto it's a good validation of a sell off but at the end waxaa jirto wax la yiraahdo waxaa ka bilaabeynaa xarafkaneeto capitulation waxuu dhacaa it's associated with something that they're calling the selling because waxa waaye reference wuxuu ku sameynayaan highly emotional and fearful state meaning that meesha cabsi badana ka jirto suuqa waa laga cabsanayaa emotions badana ku jirto people are actually selling dee suuqa ka buxwaan waa lasoo daadinayaa negative news sida camal hadeertaan whatever you call it recession and so forth inta muxuu ahay during the covid and all that so there's some news coming out price kaneeto 10,000 u socdaa whatever price is waa lasii daadino is being pushed out so there's something the word that is called capitulation a meesha soo gasho because of that fear dadka way iska gadayaan way suuqa way ka baxayaan sida Elon Musk xataa dadka wuxuu ka mid yahay khasaarada ku gaday badnaantooda averagekiisa 35 uu ahaay and BTC waxaan jeclaa mar oo below than that uu ku gaday so even though asigan with that loss uu ku gaday faa'iido uu tahay because lacagtiisu qaadanaya meel kale uu gelinaya wax kale uu isticmaalaya so capitulation waxay dhacdaa when the price is actually dadka badan negative marka adiga the sellers ay ka baxaan people actually selling and marka panic selling it contributes to what it's called panic selling capitulationka wuxuu keenaya waxa la yiraahdo panic selling waa saan u jeedin this sell off ka dhacay and also this other sell off it comes with its own capitulation kiisoo la imaanaya so they both have their own capitulation kan waxaa lagu ogaadaa this huge sell off this huge long price action kaneeto at the same time with this kind of a volume that shows you that the rally has ended right after it wixii ka dambeeyo volumeka haddii uu sii dheeraado that means it's still a continuation but you can see meeshaneeto wixii laga bilaabo volumeka decreases substantially wax yariis leh ma ahan but it actually decreases a lot so xun usoo daatay the trading was soo daatay that tells you averageka xataa haddii aragtid meeshaan averagekiis wuu soo yeeraaday from here even though there was another sellkii xataa asigoo sellka sii socda averageka inta lo iska sii ahaaday muusan sii badanin muusan sii kicin meeshaan lo iska sii fadhiistay that shows you two things one we have reached capitulation panic selling woo gaaray the market has actually found itself a new low it bottomed out so it's not collapse badan mo sii sameynaa it's not going to collapse any further than that حتى even though we have several indicators inta jirto showing you made a triple bottom so that was a good confirmation of meeshaan set to buy lagu soo galo even if you have bought it here double bottomka ka gaday so you still in good profit حتى hadii soo noqon lahay weliba price waa ku juri lahayd and you had a stop loss meeshaan intuu kugu juray you even could have put a stop loss right there ma suuqna ma laga saari lahayn so this is how you know capitulationka volumeka saas u dheer oo suuqa lasoo daadinayay daadashada ka hadloona not buying there's no capitulation in buying there's panic buying and there's panic selling but this one wuxuu ka mid yahay panic selling so let's just put xarafkaaseeto panic selling so panic selling ayuu ka mid yahay this sell off markaas it becomes a capitulation at this place so That is this capitulation akabadna, and also within that you can see something called accumulation. Once the price is actually price ka sell off badan oo kasoo dhacay, volume ka it starts decreasing down. Hore waa uu soo hadalnay meeshaaseeto volume starts decreasing down. People start to accumulating. We can also see that happening at the moment that we speak. Price is selling off, right? Price is selling off, price is coming down, and then you have this huge capitulation here. You have this huge sell off. So there's that huge sell off, right? And then you see the price is actually going lower. Price can we'll see here, even though let's say that there was a continuation of a sell off from here, from where was this capitulation guy from here. This was your huge sell off. Price kept going down, but your volume went down. Waxaaneed waa kasoo hadalnay reduction in volume, reduction in volume with the price decline. That means it's actually started to cool off. Suuqa wuu degay. It's not picking up momentum. Average kiisa ma ka dheero from this other one. So here there was a good sell-off inta meeshaan ka jirtay. You can see here the price here. There was a good sell-off here from the top to the bottom. Sell off, and it starts to accumulate mesaneto. Wuxuu sameeyey, look at it. This is how you know. Wuxuu sameeyey a good W, right? Price came back up here, but volume kaada fiiri. Volume kaada waxaa ku dhacoyo. Waxaa laga rabay volume-ka inuu meeshaan camal oo noqdo volume badan oo dheer, inuu suuqaaseeto saas u reexo. Then you will have known price kaaneeto wuxuu jibinayaa this top. So that shows you this actually was something that they call distribution. So xarafkaaseeto waa kasa distribution waaye. Meeshaasa distribution ka arkaysaa. There is that weakness, meaning that the price is actually just going to go back up and sell off again. So you can take a lot of maxaa la dhahaa wax faham badan ayaa kala bixi kartaa suuqa markaas aad saas u fiirinaysid. Meeshaaneeto waxaan soo aragnay inuu yahay accumulation inuu ahay, because it becomes an accumulation because waxa waye pricekii hoosa loo waday waa la daadinayaa. It reaches a capitulation meel oo zaid wuxuu gaaray a sell off badan xoog badan inuu ka aado. Volumekii wuu soo daatay. Volumekiina wuu yaraaday. Volumekii waxyarihiis hoos u aaday. Pricekiina masii daadanayo, right? Pricekii wuu daadanaya, it's going down. You are getting low, uh, even though like it's not low, but you're actually getting a higher lows, a helosa. So you're getting a higher lows, and also a helosa, a small decline in your volume. Volume can also instead of into sasku a halai, sanu kuno. That tells you you've actually capitulated price ka. It has reached somehow a bottom, an indication of a bottom inuu ku yahay. And also waxaad arkaysaa volumeka inuu meeshaas oo saas kusoo yaraaday oo saan noqonayo. It tells you it's also being accumulated. Here you can see that the volume kaneeto wuxuu ahay average, even though that this volume, this price was going high. You have an average volume. You only have a small increase of a volume from here to here. From here to here, you have a very slight increase of a volume, and then volume starts to decrease as the price went high. So that decrease in a volume can also tell you this is another distribution. Here you can see here is another distribution, and here is another distribution mesaneto, because the price actually is decreasing and distribution in the kadai. So right here right now, as we are looking at Ethereum, the price, there was that increase. um, there's this increase of a volume, and there's this huge capitulation kaneto kadai. Price kept on going down, but you can see that your volume is actually decreasing. So it's slowly coming into an accumulation place. So it's going to start accumulating probably somewhere here, unless you have another huge sell-off that will beat this one, or kan kasii dheeraanayo, and that will tell you then that is your capitulation next one. But more likely than not, this waxaa laga yaabaa inuu noqday a good place to call it capitulation, or even maybe the very first bottom, if not the second bottom to be way lower than that. There is a high possibility that this to be a bottom. But this video waxaa lagu galay to intend to actually educate you hadhowti adiga conclusion analysis aad ka samaysatid. So we have actually uh, so let me just do this. I need this back. Control cut and then remove drawings. So we've actually seen that in Ethereum. You could also see it. You could also see it in BTC. We can even shrink that price. You can see that the price it's actually making lower lows, and you can see Balkanito a continuation of your volume. But there's this huge sell-off that actually comes in right after this. If you compare to this actually sell-off here, it shows you that huge sell-off. This is a good indication. Sell-off badan inuu meeshan ka dhacay. So probably this was an easier capitulation area, or probably that was your bottom. That's how you look at it. And how do meeshaneton at the same time, you do want to see a price volume start to picking up. You want to see what you want to see in the near future is BTC as it starts to making higher high. You want to see a good volume that actually makes even higher than that, or kor u socdo. So that is a confirmation of the price going up. But if you actually see a steady, stable volume meeshan iska fadhiyo or average wise iska waxaa laga suuqa soo noqon doonaa, and then you know that was not a good continuation meeshan, and price is not going to go higher. It's just going to relax back, and then trade kale ka qaadan karta to push it even higher, and so forth. So waxaa soo baranay uh, waxaa soo baranay accumulation. Waxay ka dhacdaa a lot of them when priceka oo hoos u socdo oo la daadinayo, volumeka soo yaraanayo, tradingka soo yaraanayo. People are not interested. Xataa stocks waa ka arkaysaa volumekii hayo hoos u aadaya, and then you get an accumulation. Distribution wuxuu ka dhacaya also when the price is actually uh, price is going up. When you have an increase in your price, that's how you know. That's how you can have. You can either sometimes you can either get waxaa laga yaabaa accumulation in both ways. Waa ku heli kartaa distribution in a buy zone oo ku helaysaa, accumulation in a buy zone or kuhelesa, distribution or helesa in a in a sell zone, also accumulation in a sell zone or helesa. Most likely, let's say the price is actually right now. Let's look at this guy. We are looking at what Google. Um, let's say you have a decrease in the price, a sell off akadoyo. You have a decrease in the price, and you also have a increase in a volume. You have an increase in volume. So your volume wuxuu noqday meeshaneeto, it starts to become steady actually. This steadiness markaaseeto wuxuu ku noqonayaa a something that they would call it a distribution, because the price is actually trying to come back up. So it's trying to come back up here. So if it does that, or price can saan uu kusii socdo, this price, this levelness uu kusii socdo, or even bring it up a little bit higher, that levelness hadduu kusii socdo, price kan kor u aado, then you have what it's called a distribution, meaning that the price ile waxaaneeto just fake out low or high, and it's actually going to come back down again. So it was not accumulating for a bulky a bull run, but it was actually preparing itself for a distribution. Waxay yiraahdaan. I hope meeshaan inaad ka baratay wixii la dhaho accumulation, distribution, capitulation, iyo sidii lagu ogaado the end of a bear market and also the end of a bull market. So the end of a bear market and a bull market waxaa lagu ogaadaa, it is also waxyaalihii hadda la isku soo daray, decline in volume as the price goes lower. Pricekia wuxuu u socdaa, hoos u socdaa, wuu daadanayaa, volumekiina wuu iska sii yaraanayaa. There's going to be a very little weak volume to push the price even lower, and so forth. That's how you get to know Balkaneto. It is the end of the bear run, the end of a bull run. Again, it's also the same. You have a continuation, you have an increase of bulky price, but you also have a reduction in volume. So then you know Balkaneto, it's the end of the bull run, and you also know that it's the end of the bear run. So same analysis, labada dhinac marka la fiirinayo dhinaca volume price analysis, capitulation, accumulation la fiirinayo, and also distribution marka la sameynayo. So final thoughts on volume. Final thoughts on volume waxaa meeshan ka dhigi karnaa ka baran waxaa waa large institutions, they take in a lot of intentions, waxay sameeyaan a lot of determinations ay sameeyaan, baaritaan badan ay soo sameeyaan, and they determine ina meesha kusoo gali lahaayeen in volumekaneeto iyaga lacag badan ay soo gelinayaan. It is just for us to use it as a tool and to understand meesha haddii already bahalkaneeto interest uu ahead, for example let's say bitcoin interest uu ahead, and you see a lot of volume picking up, any other coin حتى haddii aad fiirisid, for example let's look at this KDA. So you gotta see this, for example, yeah, I'm just looking at a KDA right now, which is $1, and Meshana wuxuu ku fadhiya almost I think $7. So you see that this actually is a good indication of actually price is going down, and you have an increase of your sell-off. So that is a confirmation balka price go also saw that. But now you see a average wuxuu kusoo noqday, it's actually normal average kiisoo kusoo socday. This one definitely you can call this an accumulation period or an accumulation zone before it actually starts to pick up and see the other way. And for it to suuqa saas u socona, you definitely need to see a huge volume coming in. So that volume markaad aragtid adigan meelahan camal let's say inta camal ayaad damacsan tahay meelahan ina pricekan uu soo gashid, waxaa aragtay volume kasoo kacayo, price kasoo kacayo, markaas then you know this palkaneto specific coin, the institutions waxaa ku jiraan interest ay ka leeyihiin. So you also you start buying in, even though accumulationka inta uu kusoo dhaafay waqtigaaseeto ma isdhehaynin waa la damacsanaay, cause wuu yaraa adigana meeshaasaan damac ugu soo gashay, and waxaa ka qayb qaadanaysaa iyaga priceka oo kor usii qaadi doonaan, oo volumkan usii kaco doono, oo sometimena wuxuu noqonaa steady markuusan buy and sell badan uusan ka jirin. Asalaamu calaykum waraxmatullaahi wabarakaatu. Waa walaalkiina Mumani.